Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode. It's your host, Trey Jackson.
Justin Pewter.
And today we got a very special guest, Dr. Brandon Green. Man, this guy is well known in Houston, well connected, good relationships, and we glad to have him on the podcast, man.
We're here to pick his brain.
Yeah, pick his brain. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come on the podcast to give us game and our audience game, man. So, y'all welcome Dr. Brandon Green.
Man, thank you for having me. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So basically, we wanna dive in, Dr. Green brain. So we're gonna take it all the way back from, you coming up, and how was it coming up back in the day, like compared to now. So go ahead, spit a little bit.
So when you say back in the day, you want me from birth, or you want me to dive more into my teenage, or?
Yeah, you can go like kid to teenager. Yeah.
Yeah, so I grew up Houston, Texas, in Herm Clark. Herm Clark is south near Madison High School. It wasn't the best neighborhood that was out there, but we didn't grow up without my mom, my grandmother, maybe like 4 cousins. Always been an overachiever, even playing little league sports, playing sports on the street. My goal was always to outdo and be the best version of myself. Me and my cousins stayed in the same house, but my mom put me into Lanier Middle School while they was going to the neighborhood school, Dowling Middle School. They went to Madison, and I went to Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like always opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And just Lamar, I wish I would have took advantage of my education at Lamar. Lamar had like the top tier best education. Didn't take high school serious. I was just going there just to have fun.
That's
right.
what I did.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
What was your GPA, if you don't mind me asking?
Graduated high school, but maybe like a 2.3.
Okay, I was a 2.4. So.
Yeah.
Did you have plans on going to college though?
Actually, no. My friend Dion, I remember we were skipping school, getting high, senior year, and we all ran track in high school. So Dion was like, "So what's next? Are y'all going to college?" Me, my best friend Ryan, my best friend Q, we all laughed at Dion because he said he was going to Morehouse.
Mm-hmm.
So we was into any and everything you could imagine in high school. Leading up a month before we graduated, I actually got kicked out of high school.
Really? Damn.
And I ended up graduating from Jones. But all my friends lived with me at my mom's house. So I'm going to Jones, and they're going to Lamar. A month before high school, that's when Ryan was like, "I'm about to go to college." And I'm like, "Man, I thought we weren't going to college."
Like you're left behind,
Yeah.
You're the last one. Like, what's up?
So then I enrolled. We both decided to go to Prairie View. So I went to Prairie View because my friend Ryan went to Prairie View. But I had no plan at all to go to college.
Really?
Wow.
I heard about Prairie View, man. I heard it's mainly like a party school. Nobody take it serious.
A combination. It's a combination. So when I went to Prairie View, my dad told me this is like your chance to reset at life. So when I went in to do my schedule, my counselor, I forgot my counselor my freshman year, but I set my schedule at 8, 9, 10 in the morning. Since Prairie View was a party school, like you stated.
I see.
Every Wednesday, we had a party in the middle of the campus called Hump Down the Hill. Everyone put on your flyers clothes, and everyone's out there, a DJ. People, all the above. They drunk, high, they're gambling, just having the time of their life.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah,
That sounds fun.
yeah. And so any chick you wanted, that's the day you're going to go look for it. That's the day you're going to shoot your shot at them.
Right.
You got the fraternities and the sororities, they stepping and strolling. But however, I took my classes at 8, 9, 10, and 11. So I'm done with class on the time for hump day. So all my colleagues, they got their classes at 12, 1, 2, 3.
Right.
So they're skipping school. They're skipping class.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the end of the year, some of my friends, they failed out. And they was like, "How you still here?"
Damn.
I already went to class. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like you should be in class.
Yeah, you should be in class.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah. So like, what made like? Did you have like a mindset change whenever you went to college to start trying a lot more, or what essentially was it? Because I know whenever I went to college for a little bit, I told myself I need to start fresh, you know, and I still didn't really. I
Uh,
don't know why.
Pledge Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated 2005. I was the youngest on the line. My line brothers, really, I would say, they saved my life because my freshman year I was reckless. I was still going to class, but I still didn't have a vision of the direction of what I wanted to do. So they all are like seniors, super seniors, and I'm the youngest on the line. So my nickname was Problem Child because I was just all over the place. But as I'm doing all this immature behavior at Prairie View, and I'm with these guys, they're super seniors. They're like putting me in place, like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? What are you doing? Why are you doing that?
That makes sense.
Yeah. So looking back in the day compared to now, do you think it's still like a lot of that stuff that go on at Prairie View, or you think it chilled out? You know,
Oh yeah, Prairie View. Oh my God,
just party school.
party school. Oh my God, So what we used to do, we after we pledged, we used to sit around the frat house and we created some party shirts and said "Party Tonight" with no advertisement. So we walked the campus.
That's cool.
And it's just saying "Party Tonight, Animal House."
Mm-hmm.
So we're about 20 of us walking campus. So you know, we had over 500 people at our frat house.
Damn.
And so we were making probably like at a party 16, 20K at events.
Mm-hmm.
So that would kind of made me get into like throwing events. But are things the same? I would say this generation is more reckless.
Really?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Except they're probably not making that money.
Yeah, they're not. I doubt it. We had a frat house.
So how was the brotherhood of the frat? Like,
That's crazy.
I want to dive into that a little bit because might be some people out there that's, you know, maybe thinking about joining a frat and want to know some information about it.
Oh yeah, the brotherhood is it's an unbreakable bond. Hold each other accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Cry with my brothers. Laugh with my brothers. Ran train with my brothers. Just think of the frat as like a duplicate version of yourself. So it's like just imagine yourself and you're multiplying yourself times 20. So you have, if you have friends that were exactly you,
Mm-hmm.
you can count on yourself, right? So
Right.
imagine there's another Justin you confide an event into. Imagine there's another Trey you confide an event into.
Right.
For sure, you know your capability. So if you had 20 of you, I mean, if I had 20 of me, I think I'll be a dangerous motherfucker.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah, that's true though.
There's not a lot of people out here like
Yeah.
that.
And so we were moving like a mob in college. It's like I had a certain table where like me and 4 of my friends that the whole campus knew that they couldn't sit there, that there was my table with me and my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And these were like, we call our friends, they weren't part of the fraternity, but they were like, we would say affiliates, but they were in the inner circle. And the whole campus just allowed us to just get away with just about anything that we wanted to do.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. So what made you, after you graduated, like what made you pursue a doctorate?
Just to see how far I can push it.
Because that's tough. Like not a lot of people do that, you know?
Yeah. I remember my friend named Quincy. He stated, "So what's next?" I said, "I'm about to get a doctorate." He was like, "Man, nigga, you lying." So I just, with no plan, just kept going back to school.
Mm-hmm.
I recall when I was undergrad, I spent so much time cheating on my tests. Like I remember I used to have like little pieces of paper, have them here, pull it out there, put it in that sleeve. And I'm like, I'm putting all this energy into cheating. Let me put some energy into studying.
Well, that's good. Yeah. I never thought about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So after college, going into the real world, how was it, entering the real world? Because I don't know if you were still locked in with your brothers or, if y'all, separated because all y'all graduated.
Oh, we're still close.
Y'all still close?
We're still connected till this day.
Really? Is everybody here in Houston?
Majority of them here in Houston. The guy I called right before here, that's one of my brothers I was with at Prairie View.
Mm-hmm.
We're still all close and locked in till this day.
Well, yeah, because the brotherhood like a network, you know what I'm saying? So y'all always there for each other. Y'all can put each other on with different opportunities and stuff like that. So that's pretty dope, man.
That is cool.
For anybody out there thinking about joining a fraternity, man, consider it. It's a brotherhood. It could lead to good opportunities, long-term friendships, and mainly loyalty and, you know,
And
integrity.
networking, too.
Yeah, network. Yeah, I said that earlier. But
Wow.
yeah, that's fire, man. So going into business from, you know, you getting a doctorate degree, what did you like? What kind of jobs were you pursuing and stuff like that?
When I first got my doctorate, I wanted to become a president of an institution.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, when I got it, I had absolutely no plan at all. I was like, I'm gonna get this doctorate.
Mm-hmm.
So after I got the doctorate, I'm like, what's next? And as I was going through the program, I would say like 70% of my cohort members, they didn't know what they're gonna do with the doctorate.
They just wanted to get it.
They just wanted to get it.
Yeah.
It's just a goal. I was like the second youngest in that program as well. I know the average student was like 50, 55.
Oh, wow.
But it was just something on the bucket list because some of my friends said I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
Wow.
I like that. Were you working while you were doing your doctorates, or
Yeah.
were you a full-time student?
Yeah, I was working part-time at a institution in the Third Ward area in Houston.
Okay. Cool.
So be honest on this. So, you know, through the college phase, going into the real world, like, did you have a girl or was you single? Was you messing around? Stuff like that. Because, you know, college fun, man. Especially if you in a fraternity. Holy moly.
Facts.
I was in a relationship for 1 year
In college?
when I was in college, and towards the end of my senior year, that's when I was in a relationship for my senior year to about 12 years. But for the most part, throughout college, I was single and had the time of my life.
Tearing it up.
I would say.
I bet. Being in a fraternity, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's just so, it's easy. You know, parties every other day, alcohol. Of course, women gonna show up. you
Yeah,
know.
and having the frat house, it just gave us a different.
Different vibe.
Yeah, and on top of that, they're over here making 15, 20K a party. Yeah.
Wow.
And so I recall one night at the frat house, we had a couple of the older brothers in town, and so we had like 3 little kiddie pools in the living room. So we ended up filling the kiddie pools up with chocolate, and we had
Hold on, man. What you mean chocolate? Like candy chocolate?
actually chocolate syrup.
Like melted?
Yeah, melted
okay.
chocolate. And
Yeah,
so,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
and so we had the women in the pool wrestling in the chocolate pool. And I remember another time for Valentine's Day, we had the seduction lounge where we like handpicked, gave women roses on campus and said, "Hey, you're invited to the seduction lounge."
That's pretty smart.
And so they came to the seduction lounge, and I didn't take parts in it, but the women, they ended up giving them massages in the seduction lounge and just doing basically whatever they want to do.
Hold on, what you mean? So it's women massaging women?
No, the frat massaging the women.
Oh, okay. Damn. So you didn't participate?
I didn't participate.
You sure?
That's why it's called the seduction
Yeah,
lounge.
positive.
Okay.
Man, that's wild. See, stories like this makes me wish I did go to college for experiences, but
See, me, I don't know, man, because I think, like I did, I attempted college. You know, I went to Blaine and Bryan, College Station.
Oh, you was right up the street from Prairie View.
Yeah. And I was actually considering Prairie View, but I was hearing bad things about it. It was like, oh, it's a party school. And then I went to Blaine. I'm like, shit, Blaine ain't no better. So literally my
Prairie
first...
View campus is beautiful, man.
Yeah. I know.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I heard it's beautiful. And I really didn't get to go toward it because I was being biased. I was just like, you know what? I want to go to... My mind was set on going to Blaine and then going to A&M. I was going to do 2 years at Blaine and then transfer to A&M. So first semester, party. That was really it. Like, I wasn't focused on school. Wasn't going to no classes or nothing. So I ended up just dropping out.
just dropping out. Yeah, see, for me, I graduated high school with a 2.4, and in my high school, everyone was like really, really smart and competitive. So I applied to U of H, didn't get accepted. They accepted me in the Victoria location, and my dad was like, "Well, you could drive there like 2 times a week if you want." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." And then I applied to Sam Houston State, I think it was. No, Texas State. Didn't get in there as well. So I literally didn't get in anywhere. And Texas State, it's a party school as well. But
Facts.
honestly, though, like I'm kind of happy I didn't get accepted because as much as like, you know, these experiences sound fun and everything, and I would love to, you know, live those experiences, I probably would have failed out, wasted, you know, money, collected debt, ruined relationships. So I'm happy I didn't do so. But it's just weird how everything happens. Everything happens for a reason. We've said that before in the last couple episodes, and I'm doing fine without it. And, I'm not looking back.
Yeah. I graduated 4 years and a half. Freshman year, I'm just kind of getting to the groove of studying. I would say sophomore year, pledged as a sophomore. And that's when I really came out of my shell. Excuse me.
Yeah, you good?
So sophomore year, I really came out of my shell. My whole life, I went to like Lamar, Lanier. It wasn't really a urban or black school that people must say. So my sophomore year, I kind of came out my shell, met my line brothers. So that's when we started partying, sex, drugs, name it, we were doing it. Not far as drugs, but meaning far as like partying and stuff.
Right. What is it called, like, before you actually join the frat? Like, don't you got to do something? Because I know all of them work different.
We called it chucking.
Chucking?
Yeah.
The other one's called, like, hazing or something?
Pre-hazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but before you join the frat, you kind of go through a weaving out process. Mm-hmm. Kappa Alpha Psi is a non-hazing fraternity, but we go through a pre-chucking process. It's basically like weaving out the weak links.
Okay.
So, was I hazed? Yes. Was I beat? Yes. Was I punched? Yes. Mm-hmm. Was I kidnapped? Damn. Yes.
Speaking of kid, my dad has a funny one about that.
Yeah.
About being kidnapped. That's crazy.
Hold on, like, what you mean kidnapped? Like,
so if you're walking on campus by yourself, they might just come and, hey, Trey, where's your line brothers? Come on, you coming with us.
Really?
Yeah. But
they'll blindfold you, drop you off somewhere, and you got to find your way back.
Yeah. But things has changed now, so the fraternity don't participate in any of those activities now.
Okay. So looking back for the audience, do you think in today's time, 2023, do you have to go to college to be successful?
No. I look at college like more so like an enhancement, like a networking opportunity.
Right.
You don't have to go to school. There's a book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Yeah, one dad that went to college, other dad that didn't go to college. So it's really about just the mindset of the individual.
I agree with that.
Your college and your degrees can just open more doors for you. But if you're that guy, like Dion said, you're going to be that guy no matter what. It's just that my whole mindset by going to college, if you have Brandon Green A has the skill set, you have Brandon Green B who has the skill set, he just has the degrees. I'm going to go with Brandon Green B because they both have the same skill set, but this guy just have the degrees. He have a different experience. I just want to be in a situation where I can be the top tier person no matter what.
Yes, sir.
That makes sense. Like your foot's already in the door.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And you're the top. Yeah.
I agree with that because I honestly think it's like you said, it's just if you got it in you. Basically what I call it, having that dog in you. Because a lot of people don't have a lot of that inside of them. They just think because they got a degree that, oh, I got a degree, I'm finna go make all this money. And it really don't work like that. Some people will graduate, get their degree, graduate, and go out here and don't even go get a job, somewhere similar to their degree.
Well, it's actually kind of crazy you bring that up. So I was explaining this to a friend of mine earlier today, and I was like, listen, you go get into a 4-year degree, you got a bunch of college debt, but you get a good job. You get let's just say $100,000 job right off the bat, which is rare now, especially with the college degree. And, let's just say you're bringing home $6,000 a month. You got $1,000 of that is going to be student loans, $500 for a car, you got insurance, phone, you got rent, which is $1,500 plus utilities. Let's just round up for $2,000, easy math. And next thing you know, after 2 paychecks, all you're left with for a whole month is like $1,500.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, that's if your student loan payment's $1,000 a month. Whereas if you don't have a degree, but you're motivated, determined, you're smart, and you can manage to get a 6-figure job, now you have $2,500, for a whole month. So those student loan, the payments, it's pretty crazy. But I know you can tailor it to, your situation essentially.
Yeah.
Right. Honestly, I would recommend a sales job because the money is unlimited with commission. Some of these people, they go to school, like I said, get a degree, and they go to a job that's hourly or salary, and they capped. Honestly, like I said, I would just go sales, unlimited. You basically pick how much money you want to make
Yeah.
But you have to have that mindset, and you have
Yeah.
to be driven and really good at it too.
Yeah, yeah. It's a skill set you got to develop.
Yeah.
That's something you can't buy. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
true.
yeah,
Yeah. And go back to like you saying, like you gotta have that dog in you.
absolutely.
Deion Sanders said his best. He said he's been that guy since he was a kid. I feel the same way. I've been that guy. The thing is, you gotta have a hustle. I'm always telling Justin, you gotta have at least 5 streams of income.
Yes, sir.
Like,
Yeah.
I have my salary. I'm breeding dogs. I have stocks. I have a teaching salary, and I do parties and events. So,
Like a promoter.
yep.
You actually been to his party. You just didn't even know it.
Really?
Facts.
Which one?
You with Aaron.
Oh yeah. You're right.
We'll get into that a little later. That's
Yeah.
that's cool though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Right now, I'm trying to catch up to you. Currently, just got, 2. I got my main job, salary. My second job is the business just started. So
True.
that's just 2 right now, which I'm still growing.
You missing 3 more.
Oh, third one, I do got a stock market portfolio.
Sweet.
I'm planning on getting into real estate. So that'll be 4. And 5, I don't know, maybe just a side hustle. It could be also breeding dogs or, maybe e-commerce, selling stuff online.
True.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm getting it together, man. I'm 23, still getting it, trying to figure it all out. It's not easy.
Just gotta move with speed.
Yeah, basically move with speed and make sure you got the right people around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's what's key. My stepdad always telling me, if you look around your crew and if you feel like you're the smartest person in your crew, you're in the wrong crew.
I agree. How
That's
you going?
facts.
Because you the one carrying all the resources and the knowledge. If you got other sharks in the room, that's what I like to say. Y'all can bounce ideas off of each other. The energy is immaculate. Y'all just this that. Like me and Justin, we move with speed. Like we started this podcast basically a month and a half, maybe a month and a half ago.
Yeah, about so.
Yeah, so month and a half ago, we already hit 100+ subs, doing thousands of views. And, we film every day, almost every day. We drop Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Also, we got our MMG official LLC that we working on, building
Nice.
trying
But the whole concept was a 30-minute conversation because we were talking about courses and doing stuff like that. And then we did a test video and we're like, hey, we really like this. How it's a podcast. Let's go upstairs and, let's figure out where we can film. And I was like, hey, we got this room upstairs that's smaller, better with the audio. Let's try it out. It worked better, and I'm sure you guys have seen a major improvement from the first episode with those 2 desks and whatever to, basically a little studio in the house, which is pretty sick.
And not only that, when we started, because I never really been like camera shy. Like I don't care. Like I'm just me. I'm always be me. I got it in me.
Yeah.
But like when we first started, like we didn't know what we was doing. We was just hopping on the camera. We knew we had the mindset, so we was just giving the audience, game on self-improvement, making sure they making the right decisions, hanging around the right people.
Yep.
So really, like going from our first video to now, it's like I'm more comfortable.
Oh, absolutely.
It may take me a minute to cook up because like I do get off my 15-hour day job and come here and straight record, but we made progress. Now become natural, and it's basically just a good fit.
Yeah, that's true, and we still don't know exactly what we're doing, but we were figuring it out, and we're learning, and it's getting better every day. So
yeah, it's just a good energy, man.
I love the setup. I love the lighting. I love the setup.
appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So going into the nightlife in Houston, you say you was a promoter. I want to dive into that a little bit because I ain't really been out like around Houston. I mainly stay like around Midtown and the Heights area, and it's cool over there. It ain't nothing too crazy. But tell me about some of the craziest nights you had being a promoter and, stuff you've seen, maybe you deal with celebrities and stuff like that.
So me and my team, we started a brunch at Seaside. Seaside is a bar and lounge. It's a few blocks on the back of downtown. And so we have a group, we call ourselves the Homecoming Kings. With the Homecoming Kings, we oversee the entire alumni experience at Prairie View. And our brand has grown tremendously. We have sponsorship from Doritos now as well. And so that kind of led us into the promotion. And again, like from college, from doing parties in high school, I started throwing high school parties. We rented out this one hotel in high school, and it was actually, we made the radio station because it was so crazy packed, and the lines was wrapped around the building, and cars was all down Beltway 8. Far as my current group of individuals that I'm part of a team with, they all were them guys doing their tenure at Prairie View. It's my friend Corey and Al. They were Omegas. They were doing events at Prairie View in the early 2000s. DJ Mr. Rogers, he's the hottest DJ in, I would say, the United States. And my homeboy Steve is like the mastermind behind him, like a lot of
logistics.
Yep. Steve, he owns a couple McDonald's here in Houston.
That's pretty
And
cool.
so Rogers and Steve brought us all together. And so our brunch took off like a wildfire. We were charging maybe $500 to $1,000 just to sit down, just for a couple hours.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's like buying a section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were sitting down like from 10 to 2, and this club had maybe like 30 booths in there. Sit down for like a couple hours. They're getting up, the next group rolling around.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. So
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
and so the brunch really started just from doing a brunch during homecoming, and then the brunch took off, and so it became like the hottest brunch spot in Houston. I'm a strong believer in say we started the trend on brunch in Houston.
That's pretty cool. No, that sounds awesome, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. So, how was the promoter life? Like, give some of your wildest stories and tell me like how you ran the business. You know.
So some of the wildest stories, man. It just women, they love. So certain women in Houston, they love free liquor and sections.
That's facts.
That is facts.
And so they used to give us like maybe like 4 comp bottles every brunch. And so I recall one Sunday, this one young lady, she was just so excited that we had 4 comp bottles. By the end of the night, she's in the parking lot sucking one of my homeboys' dicks in the parking lot just off of free bottles and a section.
Really?
Wow.
But the nightlife is crazy. It can get dangerous. But how we ran our business, just the whole promotion, we all had a following on social media, and so we had about 32 sections. We broke down the sections into maybe 3-hour increments. We had the business from 11 to 3. The first 3 hours, again, you'll pay $1,000 to sit down. Once your 3 hours is up, we'll have this next guest roll around. They're paying $1,000 just to sit down as well.
That's
and
crazy.
also we're hitting them with a two bottle minimum spend, because we were getting paid based on our liquor sales and our food sales that we're doing. And so I would say by every 2 weeks, we are all coming home with about $700-800 a piece. There's like a group of 6 of us. I mean,
That's not bad.
every week, every Sunday.
Every Sunday? Damn, that's a good
nice.
side hustle right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a great side hustle. So they were paying us every 2 weeks, but every Sunday it was averaging about $700-800 per person.
Yeah.
But you got some people that's in the promoting game that's getting the entire door. So like with our homecoming parties that we're doing, we're cleaning up. We're selling about $30,000 versus in sections. We're getting the entire door. We're doing pre-sales like $50 a person on pre-sales, and we're having like close to 1,000 people in these venues.
And you still currently doing it?
Yeah, so I'm doing it every homecoming. So every homecoming, we're doing the alumni. We give back on Thursday. One year we did an event at 13 where we gave just free food to all of our alumni guests. Then we went down to the basement and we had the event sponsored by Remy. So Remy
that's cool.
came and just gave us a couple bottles. So everyone that spent money with us in the past, we placed them in sections. Because we knew it's kind of like the dragon pull method. So you give something, they're going to spend
Yep.
something. So we're putting them in sections. We're giving them bottles because we know that they're going to pop more bottles.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yep, and those next bottles aren't free. So
Yep. The next ones are free.
Did you have any females trying to finesse and stuff like that?
Oh, absolutely. When I tell you that the women are sharks in their promoting game, man.
Really?
Sharks. They'll come try to give you some ass just to rob you. They are vicious in their promoting game. But you have some women that's actually out there making legit money, probably making over $100,000 a year off of bottle girls.
I believe that.
What you mean, like being a bottle girl?
Being a bottle girl.
Oh, absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Making over $100,000 a year.
Facts. And you want to know why? Because it's a lot of beta cuck guys out here that don't understand how that environment works, especially with them women.
Yep.
And basically, man, like I tell y'all all the time, like bottle girls or any girls that work at the club, they there to do their job. So you flirting with them, giving them money, they experience that every night. So they not really gonna be in tune with you. They just gonna string you along, act like they into you. Boom, next guy.
And I'm glad these beta niggas really fucked up the game.
Facts.
I would never trick and buy a woman a Birkin, a Gucci, a Louis if I'm not committed to you just for some ass. My motto: ladies get wifed up, hoes get paid to fuck,
Okay.
tramps fuck for free,
That's true.
Come on.
and a woman is someone who has children. But let's go back to the one that said tramps fuck for free. Everyone has casual sex, meaning a tramp is someone that will see us three together and turn around and let all three of us hit for free.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Basically a slut.
Yeah, a slut. A slut.
So speaking of, females, and so how was it dealing with girls back in the day compared to now? Because ever since social media kept getting bigger and bigger, like you said, the beta cucks, they messed it up because they flood these girls' DMs, they give them everything they want.
Yeah, they just open up their wallets.
Bro, literally, a girl got to do nothing but exist. And a guy finna offer her the world, finna fly her out, buy her designer, fancy dinners, and she ain't done nothing. So when you got a woman or women getting attention like that, they walking around with these egos inflated.
Yep.
Thinking they Beyonce, Rihanna, and, the world is theirs, which it technically is because women rule the world. But if guys understood female nature and didn't give all these females attention, it would make it really like better the situation for men. Because, like I tell Justin all the time, like women and men are different. Women born with their value. Yep. Man must create their value. So let's say, you a promoter, you have a club. Sometimes y'all let women in there free, right? Just to, set the vibe, the ratio between men and women. You want more women in there, right? So them women can get in it for free, but y'all not letting no guys in there for free unless he of status, well-known, or got money. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. That's just the tone of this generation. If you don't have status, especially as social media improve, if you don't have status as a man, you ain't got no network, you ain't rich, you really just average.
You're no one.
Yeah, you basically gonna get left behind, average Joe Smo. And I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth.
Yeah, and it's only getting worse too.
It is getting worse.
Yeah, social media has destroyed men and women.
Absolutely.
I agree.
No disrespect to the women who believe in the ass shots, fake lashes, a ton of makeup, but if you go out now in the club, that's all you're seeing. You're seeing fake asses, a ton of makeup. Everyone has to have a diamond chain.
Yeah.
And if you really know jewelry, those Cuban links with those diamonds, it's like a $30,000 chain.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how are you affording that $30,000 chain, and you just jumping back in a 1989 raggedy vehicle that's barely starting?
Facts. Now, when we were out in Clutch, we were next to us was this guy. He had an AP on, and I looked up at that AP, and it was a $70,000 watch.
Yep.
I was like, man.
But the social media has fucked up the world. Half the stuff is fake. Before I spend $1,000 on a fake AP, I'm gonna go spend $1,000 on a nice classic watch. It's gonna last longer.
Exactly.
Also, or invest that money into something that's going to produce income for you to go buy that expensive watch or whatever you want to buy that's expensive. That way you ain't taking your physical income that you worked for and paying it, because it's different when you got that passive income paying for it, you know.
In this world, women don't have any morals. Not all women. A lot of women don't have any morals or values. I just recall back in the day when me and my friends was just doing whatever, women will accidentally fuck all three of us and be embarrassed. But now, shit, a woman, if you got $1,000, she gonna fuck you, get your $1,000. Yep. If I got $1,000, she gonna fuck me, get my $1,000. Yep. And if you got 1,000, she gonna fuck you, get your 1,000. Yep. And she gonna laugh at all of us and say we stupid.
Yep. I got $3,000. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like back in the day, it's like when girls' nudes got exposed, they cried. Now it's online for $3.99.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Only fans.
That's facts. That's facts.
Like, no.
Yeah, because women don't understand that you as a woman, you got to protect your purity. Yeah. As a man, we don't want no girl that got a high body count, you know, claiming she a city girl that's outside every day in the streets.
In 2023, I do not trust these bitches.
Facts.
Facts. I agree.
You can't, bro. Like, and you know, the older generation, they not hearing us, man, because they think it's still like how it was back in the day, man.
All that chivalry stuff,
bro. It didn't got worse. It didn't got worse, bro. A guy working at Walmart right now that got no status, no money, nobody know him. He getting 0 DMs a day. An average chick, average 5, maybe a 6, probably getting 10 to 20 DMs a day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even if it ain't authentic, the guys want to be with her, she's still getting some type of attention. Yep. Versus that guy that work at Walmart getting 0 attention. That's why male suicide rate is higher than women.
Yep.
Because women literally got attention handed to them. Like, they ain't earn it. Like I said, they born with their values. So I'm not mad at y'all. And all the girls that's out here tricking these men, hey, get y'all back, sis. If they dumb enough to keep giving y'all money, taking y'all on these vacations and, you know, cashing y'all out, shit, keep using them.
But on the flip side, no means no. And these women be shocked when they come across these monsters, when these dudes try to take some ass from them. If you taking all this money from me, and the guy, you think he's doing it for fun, for free?
No.
Yep.
No, there's intention.
Yeah, it is. And you know, you want to know what sucked? So say you got a chick, she been dealing with this baller guy, millionaire guy, and she used to the luxury vacations, the expensive dinners, designer bags. Say that guy leave her, right? She done been imprinted now that she not gonna go mess with no guy that's a good working class man that's making $50K a year, hard working Monday through Friday, coming home, taking care of the house.
Yep.
She gonna look down on him.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
I was gonna say, that add on to what you said is, men will look at a girl who will help you out, build you up, but they will look at a woman and build that woman up as well. A high class woman will never look at a lower class man and build him up as well. Just two different people, you know?
Yeah.
Men will help build you up. They want you with the journey. The women will brush past you. They want to look at you.
Well, yeah, a rich man.
Shit.
What'd you say?
I'm not tricking shit to a woman. Like, I've never have tricked shit. I don't plan on tricking shit. If I'm dating you, I will buy you a nice gift for birthdays, holidays. But far as like, oh my God, you look beautiful today, here's a Birkin. No, kiss my ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm beautiful. How about some head?
Facts.
So, with women being this way in today's time, 2023, do you see yourself like down the line in the future getting into another serious relationship and being committed and, maybe having kids and stuff like that?
I actually do have a kid.
Oh, okay.
And far as being in a marriage, I don't know. I'm not sure about marriage anytime soon. Dating my kid's mother, but far as like jumping straight into a marriage, I don't foresee marriage no time soon.
I don't blame you.
So, do you think marriage mainly benefit the woman than the man? And that's why a lot of guys starting not to want to get married no more.
Absolutely. In 2023, for sure, the marriage is benefiting the woman. I don't believe in finding someone to make you happy. You got to be happy within. She got to be happy within. Then y'all share y'all happiness.
Absolutely.
One of my frat brothers, he got engaged. They was planning his wedding. The wedding ran up a ticket for about 20, 30K. He said, hey, let's go build this house. And let's just go to church and just have a small ceremony for the family. His wife said, bet, let's go do that. But you got some women like, no, let's have this damn wedding.
They're stuck on having the day of their lives and spending 50, 60K and then paying for it for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
Well, because they want the experience. Every girl want to get married with that experience. And that's what it kind of push a narrative. Are you marrying me for me or just for the experience? Because some guys be blind by that. They think just because they get married to a woman, and I'm not saying that's not the case, because it's a lot of women out here that do marry with the right intentions, but it's also a lot of women out here that don't marry with the good intention. You know,
it's just hard to trust that the whole term marriage.
Yeah,
I know some happily married women who will go once they put down their phone or not at home with their guy. They got another nigga dick in their mouth.
That's fact.
Yeah, they got Tyrone in the back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like, you know, I was engaged and I thought it was going great. And then next thing you know, it wasn't. And now we're not together and that's fine. So it's like hard to make it last too, in my opinion. But like for me, like I don't think I believe in getting married anymore. And if so, not legally. Not unless something drastically changes in this country where if there were to be a divorce, it's actually equal for both parties of the marriage. But now it's like Kim Kardashian, she got divorced, right? And she's a billionaire, and she's still getting paid.
She's still getting paid
for
what? Bodyguards,
$200,000 a month. Kanye got to pay,
and she's a billionaire.
Holy fuck!
Like,
man.
She does not need any more money. For what reason?
If anything, she should be paying him child support,
right?
Let me tell you when I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna get married when I find a woman that bend over and fireworks shoot out her ass. Until then.
hey, I understand, man.
blame you, though.
I know how it is out here for real, you know, and it sucks because, you know, a lot of guys are not on game with this, and that's why we made this podcast to open up the vision, you know, try to open, like, we ain't trying to like force the red pill on people, because I think people take the red pill in a bad way, thinking it's like toxic man and stuff like that, which is not. To me, the red pill is understand the female nature, understanding the society for what it is, and, you know, that they've been lying to us this whole time about how the world work, how women work, how the slave system work, because that's big too. You know, a lot of guys don't realize that they pushing you into that trap. Why they think you? I mean, why you think they force guys to go to school, get a degree, go work a 9 to 5? Oh, go get married, go have kids. Money, because he getting a student debt, marriage gonna be debt, kids gonna be debt, you know. So it's just really like a slave system that a lot of people blind to.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the guy gets depressed and loses the wife and kids.
Loses everything, and then he gotta pay child support. And the sorry thing about that is he paying rent, and she got another guy in the house with the kids.
So that child support, they become more dependent on that check.
Yeah.
They're not using the funds for that child.
Yeah.
And this another thing. These women, they want this high value man, and they don't know how to keep that high value man.
Yep.
It's like they say they want a guy who making 6 figures. They want a guy with no kids.
6 foot tall.
6 foot tall. You have to have a badass car. You have to have your own place. But once they get that man, they just want to sit up in the bed and just lay. They not fucking. They not sucking. They not cleaning.
But look, not even that, because after a while, that get old. To me, I think for women to realize to keep a high value man is being his peace.
Yep.
Because man, a high value man don't have it easy. Just because he make a lot of money don't mean his life is easy. It take hard work to make a lot of money.
More money, more problems.
More money, more problems.
Yep.
And just because she see you as a higher earner, she think, oh, you know, he got money. And then what women do is, once they get you, and you know y'all be having sex, they try to get you and take you away from the stuff that created you into that man, like all the assets, the network you built. Try to take you away from the boys, and some guys fall victim to that.
That's deep. That's deep.
Some guys fall victim to that, and she end up stripping them of everything, using him from his resources.
Then they get a divorce, and she gets it all.
If he get married,
That is true.
if he get married, you know,
Yeah.
because you know they still got that option. But you know, I mean, I just feel like it's a lot of guys out here that's, you know, blue pill, and and it's a lot of rich guys that's blue pill. So it's always gonna be that narrative, blue pill, red pill, blue pill, red pill, of the blue pill making it harder for the, you know, like the average guys, and then the red pill guys that's coming up. Like I told Justin, I was like, look, man, like us grinding and putting in all this work, we might not be getting the baddest chicks till we in our later 20s, probably early 30s, because men really don't enter their prime until they 30.
Yeah.
Well, let me say 30s and 40s. 40 when you really hit your prime, because now you got the money, you know, you got the networks, you know, you well established.
Yeah. I would say I hit my prime mid 30s, and now I'm 37.
37.
I would say I'm in my prime. Like you said, making the money, got the network. I could do just about anything I want to do in Houston. I could go anywhere I want in Houston. And you've experienced yourself being vulnerable. You experience yourself with women, and you know exactly what you want. So you're not going to take no bullshit from certain women. It's like, no, I'm not dealing with that.
Absolutely, because you worked hard to become that man. So a girl that's, you know, women think just because they got looks, they gonna raise up any kind of guy. Any like guys like us that's on game, that's building their character of, like, you know, status and, you know, a connection. We not really gonna tolerate a whole lot of fuckery from them. You know, them trying to finesse us with trying to use us for our attention, resources. You know, comparing, talking about, I can go fuck this guy. Well, shit, bye. Like, best advice I ever heard was, you always got to be willing to walk away from the table. Always. And I heard Trump say that, and that's facts. That's facts. You always got to be willing, not even just in relationships, but friendships, family, business.
Yeah, I was about to say business.
Everything. You know, it's not just relationships, but that's facts, man.
Yeah, knowing when to pull out that's everything.
Yeah.
That can save your life.
That's deep.
Yeah. It can hinder your life, really.
For sure.
It take you on a down. It's just like it's a downward spiral, it's an upward spiral too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you're in the right, like I said earlier, if you're in the right group, right connection, y'all out here killing it, y'all aware of female nature, just like I wouldn't let him go do nothing dumb, dealing with chicks, and, you know, same vice versa. Yep. That's it's hard to beat that.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat that, because what a lot of guys do when they get in a relationship, they cut off their boys.
They fall off.
Yeah, you
disappear.
You need your boys for your peace of mind. You can't just go jump into this relationship like the Whitney and Bobby. They became so just like connected as one. They lost their identity within those relationships with each other.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I like 2023 has been a whole new year for me, and it's amazing. And, you know, having the boys there, going through everything I already went through in 22 was needed, and yeah, strong. You know, moving with speed and getting things done. MMG, you know, LLC now, growing this. It's like life is literally changing before my eyes, and I'm so excited that I'm still young while it's happening too.
Yeah,
like we said, find a way to make as much money as possible in your 20s.
Absolutely.
I just commend you two just growing up in your 20s in this era. This era with social media, I didn't have all that when I was in school growing up. I didn't have this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I recall we had like different cameras. You'll take the picture and you go onto the computer just to upload it to Facebook.
Really?
So we have this right here,
and you can do so much with these things.
Yeah. This phone is dangerous.
Yeah.
If we were to take 50 phones, stack them on top of each, throw them in a box and shake it up, and have them all unlocked, a stranger can walk through, unlock each phone, and take his time and hand each individual your phone without even knowing this.
Right.
That's deep.
Your phone know more about you than you know about yourself.
And now that you brought that up, Elon even said that, you know, basically the question was framed like, yeah, you know, we don't have like robots and stuff, but like, you know, or AI and all that stuff, but you know, your phone is an extension of yourself. Like, this is just the number 2 right here. There's my whole life on here. If you don't, you know, like your phone knows so much about you, and it has so much data about you and so many photos, and like you said, you hit the nail on the spot right there.
You're right. This is Brandon number 2. That's why.
And they also got us sucked in buying new ones every year
Yep.
with minimal changes.
But a lot of people don't know you can make a lot of money off these phones as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But most of these people consume. All they do is get on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Oh, fights. Oh, what the Kardashians
Disneyland.
doing? Yeah, just and it's okay. A lot of people don't have to be up on game. Like some people cool with living a normal life. That's why like I ain't trying to like push the narrative and force people to open up and see the world for what it is. Like if you want to stay where you at in life, cool. Everybody don't want to be rich. Everybody don't want to go live a luxury, fancy life. Everybody different. Some people like living average, poor,
Straight
they
up.
just used to it.
Facts, but that blows my mind.
Let me ask y'all to this. How old are you?
23.
How old are you?
25.
10 years from now, where you see yourself?
10 years from now, business owner, well connected, and really just him, because right now I'm building my network, building my business, and I'm just growing. Like I feel like for me being 23, like I'm off to like an alright start. I ain't saying like I'm just all that successful, but I built up the attributes.
I would say you're definitely way more successful than 90% of 23-year-olds right now.
Oh yeah.
And,
for sure.
And I just like it's just my character and my personality. Just knowing about life, knowing that as a man, life is not gonna be easy.
Yeah.
We face hardships, and you either gonna accept it for what it is or cry and complain about it. Which one you gonna do? So I took to just suffer in silence and build myself up and make sure I'm around the right people. That way we can uplift each other when we need it and build my business while in the process. Like I said, network and just continue to grow. So basically business owner and,
Facts.
well connected.
What about you?
10 years, that's a lot. First of all, a lot has happened in 5 years, so much that I would never, ever even imagine from 5 years ago. As I was in the automotive industry and now I'm, in IT and doing so much more with my life. But in 10 years, obviously I see MMG growing up, hopefully becoming a major enterprise, doing real estate, any other business ventures that we decide to go into and making those, really pop off and making that, a major company. That would be a huge dream of mine.
Yes, sir.
I would like to have the ability to work anywhere around the world with a laptop while I fly my private jet.
Oh wow.
Yep. And then I'm gonna be that guy messaging those girls on the private jet, having them come on my new yacht that I just bought.
Oh yeah.
That's facts.
So 10 years from now, mega rich, hopefully, like you said, being that guy, being that him, and just super successful and living life to the fullest because, we're all going to die one day. And every day you have to live it like it's your last because you really don't know what's going to happen. And I think just, trying to be as healthy as possible every day till I die because, your body treat your body like a temple.
Yeah.
Because,
Yes, sir.
I mean, for me, like when I hear people, they go to the doctor, let's just say they're 500-600 pounds and the doctor's like, yeah, you have heart disease. You either need to like work out or you're going to die in a year. It takes them to that point. And that's just insane to me. Like, why would you even, first of all, aren't you disgusted when you look in the mirror?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Like that's super wild. So just trying to be healthier, even healthier than I am now, uber rich, just living my life.
Absolutely. That's big.
Yeah, that's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah. Just work anywhere around the world on a laptop. Hey Trey, you want to meet me in Bali? Yeah, bring your laptop. Done.
Yeah, I got 3 smoke shows with me. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We on the way. We on the way.
You two are far way advanced from when I was 23 and 25. Like I was reckless. Like I didn't have no plan.
Really?
I think I just graduated college. Maybe still didn't have a plan. Went back and got my master's. I was reckless at 23.
I mean, see, for me, only 2 years ago, I feel like I didn't have a plan.
Yeah.
I was in the automotive industry and what do I do with my life? Because I hate working in the automotive industry. The customers sucked. They were rude and I was tired of getting yelled at. And then I didn't want to be a service advisor for the rest of my life. My parents are successful. And whenever they talk to people and they introduce their people, it's like, oh, wow, nice. Congratulations. Oh, hey, Justin, what do you do? Oh, you're a service advisor. Great, cool. So anyways, what's going on? Next conversation, I want to be that guy. I wanted to do something in my life. And, you don't want to disappoint your parents. You want to, I never woke up and said, oh, I want to be broke forever. Like whoever says that. And if you have that mentality, like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Because why would you think that? So, yeah, just, I'm just trying my best because within the last 2 years, so much, has happened. And then even now, 2023 is the year. 2021 I thought was the best year of my life. No, 2023 is for sure going to be the best year of my life.
I think at the age of 23, I think that's when I evolved. My nickname was B Green. That's when I evolved to B Green. That's when I felt untouchable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you couldn't tell me shit. Like, said whatever, very reckless. I didn't have no business mindset. I was working in a freshman dormitory over like 100-something freshmen, getting high in my room and blaming the students for smoking in the foyer. But I was in school getting my master's still, but I was just in school just working towards something that I didn't know. But
you just felt like you had a feeling like, hey, if I get the master's, if I get the doctorate, something's gonna work out.
Something's gonna work out. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Keep going. But it's dope that you two are jumping into the business mindset at the age of 23 and 25.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe in your, when you were growing up with school, it was still like, okay, you get a master's or you get a doctorate or even a bachelor's degree, and you're actually going to get a pretty good job. Like, you got a good chance. But nowadays it's so saturated. You have to get a doctorate to really stand out, or even a master's too.
Yeah.
But you have to go really, really far to even stand out. But school is so much more expensive. And then I also feel like there's, what we were talking about with the phones, there's so much you can do on your phone from your couch.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I've said it before, start a social media about underwater basket weaving, whatever it is. Like, if you feed your dog every day and they do a trick, take that video every single day and post it, put some music to it, some text, filters, whatever. People are going to follow and you're going to start blowing up and you're going to start making money. They probably like the dog more than you.
Yep. I feel like a lot of stuff that led to my success and just knowing, basically just being the way I am now is just knowing what not to do, knowing who not to hang around.
Yeah. It
was mainly what not to do, because I feel like knowing what not to do is just as important as knowing what to do. So I've seen a lot of people in my life and in my surroundings making mistakes, making decisions that cost them, their life and stuff like that. So I was just like, you know what? I don't think that's best for me to go down that same path.
Yeah.
Let me switch it up and, change it up and actually do something with my life, because I feel like really the only motivation anybody need in this life is knowing that one day we're going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's just enough motivation right there. Like when I heard that, I was just like, bro, I'm gonna die one day. Nobody gonna give a fuck about me starting a podcast, a business, failing, or whether I'm successful, getting talked about. Like, nobody gonna give a fuck. So I was like, why not take that jump? Why not take that risk?
That's true. Put yourself out there.
And speaking of death, I'm glad that you brought up the term death. Invest in life insurance, man. I have like 5 policies on my head. So when people think life insurance, they're like, oh my God. But you can generate revenue off of life insurance. So since you all are 23 and 25, you could put a policy on your head for a purpose. You could put one policy and say you're going to cash out on that policy when you turn 30. Another policy, you'll cash out on the value when you turn 35. Another policy is for your retirement yacht when you turn 50. Another policy is for whenever you have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, again, those 5 policies, each of them, I'm going to cash out the value. You're not going to close the policy. You're just going to cash out the cash value. And so now when you retire, you can sit back and retire on all those 5 policies. And being that you both are still in your 20s, the insurance company look at it like an investment. Mm-hmm. So they're going to come and do a test. They're going to say they're 23. We're going to have them at least till they're about 70 years old.
Yep.
So they're going to pay us a monthly fee until they're 70. But they're going to take your money and put it in a pot, and it's going to grow interest. And so any given time, you can borrow against that policy.
Right. I heard that's the technique a lot of rich people use. Like,
always. When you hear people saying, oh, I turned 18, my dad gave me $50K. Most likely the dad had a policy on his head, and he cashed out that value when that child was
open one tomorrow.
Yep. The child was 1. They said, here you go. So that's 18 years old of the policy.
Just building up and growing interest.
Yep. So my daughter, I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to put off the back 2 policies on her head. Mm-hmm. One to give her when she turned 18, And if she chooses to pay on it and she fuck it up, so be it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to let her do whatever she wants. And then I'm going to give her that second policy when she turns 25. But I'm going to give her a lesson with that one to say, that one policy that you fucked up, you could have kept on paying on it and you could have took out some money. So she can have two, 18 and 25.
That's smart.
That is.
Yeah.
That is.
We're
I'm
not,
glad you put them on game because I was just finna ask you next question. What's some game information, if you got any more, that you can give the audience to, be successful in life?
And it can be anything from money, mindset, game, MMG.
Relationships.
I'll say just invest in yourself. My biggest mistake that I wish I would have done years ago is get an LLC under my name to brand myself and build a website to focus on myself and just kind of track my progress. Like this podcast, this website, my website could have been up. People might start Googling me after that.
True.
My stepdad told me that a long time ago. Get you a website, brand yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. Never thought about that, actually.
Yep.
And I wanted to go back real quick from what you were saying is kind of back with 2023. I was moving in fourth gear and I downshifted to second or first gear. And the biggest thing that I've learned from 2023 and everything that I've been doing is, the faster that I'm moving, you start noticing the people that you used to hang out with who are not. And you're leading and you're getting further and further away from them. And you can only hope that they will, downshift as well and catch up or try their best. But,
some people just don't got it in them.
Well, like you said, some people are cool with being average.
Right. Yeah.
Some people wake up every morning and say, I want to be broke and be average.
That's why, like, if I had friends, which I don't allow that in my circle now, but like some advice I would give my younger self is, because what I had a bad habit of doing is all the guys I had around me, I'm trying to bring them up, even though they telling me, nah, I ain't on that, or I don't want to do that. I don't want to learn about this. I ain't trying to make more money. I was always trying to bring them up, and I was tearing myself down on the inside.
Yeah.
And some advice I would give myself is let them be. If, that saying of you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, it's the same with relationships.
Yep, I agree.
You can't force people to do what they not want to do. Eventually, if they see you being successful, they'll do it.
Yep.
But if you forcing them, it'll never work out. You just got to let them do their own thing.
Naturally do it.
Naturally do it. And like I said, they either going to catch on or they ain't. You know, some people got it, some people don't.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me that some people don't want to get rich because, like, a lot of people have this dream that, they just want to make six figures or $100,000. Let's just say $100,000 because six figures could be 900 and then you're doing really well, right? But everyone's goal is to make $100,000. It seems like that's everyone's goal. But let's be honest, if you make $100,000, you're still broke. Like, that's nothing compared to some of these people with billions of dollars. Just think about that. And I know I may get some hate from that because you can live a very nice life off $100,000. And
Absolutely.
I know there's people, in this country and even in third world countries that would only dream of having $100,000. And I agree because, it's not easy to get up to $100,000. But when reality hits, if you make $100,000, you have 2-3 kids, a car note, house note, you're really not making that much money at that point.
Nope.
And compared to the richest people around the world, or even just the average millionaire, let's just say $5-10 million in the bank, which is amazing, they can do whatever they want. They're flying on the private jets, even if they're renting them, they're not their jets, but they're, flying JSX, just the luxury life. $100,000 is nothing.
It's nothing.
All it is once you make $100,000, it should be a stepping stone. You should be able to save enough money at $100K to start investing to make millions.
Yeah.
Making six figures is the new middle class.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah,
it's an illusion.
it is.
Yeah.
And a lot of people fall victim to it. Like something that get to me is, like, I seen something today on Facebook. It was like a mansion, and a guy was like, my dream home. And people got that bad. They'd be like, oh, that's my dream home, or I want to make this amount of money. But they go back to doing the same shit that they was doing. Like, bro, like that get me. Like, bro, they don't write out no plan.
Yep.
They don't track their finances. They don't know what's going in, what's coming out.
Yep.
Because they can do it. Anybody, anything you want in life, you literally can get it.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
You got to discipline yourself and delay gratification. It's hard to delay gratification with the social media because everybody's trying to flex on each other. Yep. And it's just going to keep getting worse. But now I think social media is starting to expose all the people that was fake flexing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For sure.
And I just don't see how people are just content with the struggle. As I'm hitting my milestones in life, I recall when I first hit 50K, I'm like, wow, I hit 50K. I want 65K now. I hit 65K, like, wow, what's next? Hit 75, hit 85, then I hit 100. I'm like, okay, what's next now? So I'm still hungry to make more money.
Yep. And you never want to lose that hunger.
Yep.
You just want to go ahead.
I was just saying, like you said, it's like, okay, now that you hit 100K, don't buy those nice cars and super big house and flood yourself with expenses. So all you can do is save $200 a month, because then you're back to, if you can only save $200 a month, then you're basically making $40,000 with nice things.
And then think about this: you making 6 figures and you going to buy that nice car or that nice watch. All that shit is materialistic. They gonna come out with a new car next year. They gonna come out with more watches.
Yep.
Delay that gratification, invest that money, get a ROI from your investments, and use the passive income to pay for your lifestyle.
Yeah.
People fall behind because they using they earned the income to pay for them things. That's the rat race.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, so all those out there, man, that's in that rat race, please get out, man. You know, even if you gotta, be an embarrassment, and tell people you was fake flexing, whatever it is, just to clear your name out of debt, because I believe in good debt and I believe in bad debt. Good debt is when you got all your money into investments, and eventually you're going to get an ROI, return on your investment, and the flow is going to be neutral because you got money coming in that's going right back into the business.
Yep.
Bad debt is when you taking that money, earned income, and going to buy dumb materialistic things like I just named: designer clothes, cars, watches, chains,
Drinks
and
every
stuff.
weekend, all that
going
stuff.
out every weekend. That's bad debt.
Yeah.
And I feel like people are okay with that, which is fine. But if you want to get rich, you got to change that mindset. It start up here. Millionaires start up here. They don't just like a person that a person that can't manage 1,000 is definitely not gonna be able to manage 1,000,000.
Oh yeah, they'll blow through 10 million.
Yeah. So like people think, oh, I'm gonna win the lottery. I'm gonna win 100 million. Okay, you never managed more than 10K. How long you think that 100 million gonna last?
Kind of blow through that.
Yeah,
10K
yeah.
like
Hey,
Yeah.
that's facts. But one more question I had before we close it, because I know we finna get ready and close out, is: do you think it's necessary for men to go through heartbreak? And did you go through it?
Oh, that's a loaded question. Yeah. As a man, we're supposed to naturally protect. We're supposed to naturally provide.
Yep.
I think a man should understand every emotion of themselves. So heartbreak is one of them.
Yes, sir.
So absolutely, I think a man that goes through heartbreak and understands they went through a heartbreak, they're dangerous. That's a dangerous person.
It is.
Because men feel like we're masculine. We don't supposed to cry. We don't supposed to be feel emotion. But if you understand your emotions and are aware of your emotion, you're dangerous.
And able to control them.
Controlling your
Because
emotions.
look, it's a lot of people that go through heartbreak and they use it as a bad tool to go do drugs, go hang around wrong people, go
They
get
get
involved
depressed.
in stuff that don't improve their life when they could use it in the, like a good fuel for us, going to the gym, learning how to make more money, surrounding themselves around the right people. Like I told him, it's a good effect and it's a bad effect. It's up to you to choose whenever you going through that heartbreak of how you want to do it. Because let's be real, girls don't care. They don't give a fuck. After they break up with you, they on to the next.
They already got someone else blowing their back
Bro.
out. Chad, Tyrone.
That's facts.
Whatever.
That's facts. It's facts. And
But like I've said this probably 5 times on this cast already, but I'm so thankful through the heartbreak I went. Thankfully, I used it for the good. I'm not here crying still. I'm not here doing drugs or ruining my professional career because of a relationship fell apart. I'm building myself up. I own a business now, which is amazing. I'm 25. That's pretty cool. At least I'm really proud of it.
yes, sir.
Started this podcast and so much more. You have to use it as fuel. So, and there was days where I would be taking a shower, on the second day after, third day after, be taking a shower and just randomly start crying.
Yeah.
It happens. You have to understand yourself. And then, like I said, on that third or fourth day, I don't remember exactly. I got out of bed and I was like, I got to do something. I got to start cleaning the house. I gotta, fold my laundry, do whatever. I got to start watching videos and looking into better things than sitting here doing nothing, playing video games or or watching social media. And that's one thing I've said before is one of my New Year's resolutions. I know a lot of people don't believe this or believe New Year's resolutions because they often fail.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, everything that I've said, I have stuck with. Been going to the gym, but what I was going to say is consume less, create more.
Consume less, create
Consume
more.
less, create more. And I'm gearing that towards social media. So I'm out here with Trey and MMG. We're filming 3-4 times a week, editing on the computer, all those videos. And really, I'm not getting on social media anymore. The only times I'm on social media is when we're posting, sharing stories, sharing our posts, thinking of ways, okay, how can we get more views? How can we do this? Because it's a business. It's not just, let me get on social media and pass, 3 hours of my time. And I told you guys that too. Don't get on social media before you go to bed. It's midnight. You're already tired. It's late. Next thing you know, it's 1 o'clock. You go to bed later. You wake up at the same time for work. You're tired. You need a Red Bull or coffee, and your performance is low. So now social media is impacting your professional career, and people are going to start taking note of that. Showing up late for work, dragging your ass at work, not doing enough work, whatever it is. And over time, that's going to have an effect on your professional career, and you may get passed up on that promotion or whatever it may be. You may be let go if it gets that bad.
Yep. And opportunities don't come, they come and go. Ain't like they always gonna be around.
As quick as that door opens, that door can shut on you.
Facts, bro. So any opportunity y'all get, take it, man. Don't play around with it. Even if you got to cut off friends and family, take that opportunity. That's gonna move you up to the next level. Because I guarantee you, when you don't, you're gonna regret it. Especially hanging around content people that ain't doing shit with their life.
Yep.
I said all the time, people are content with the struggle.
Yep. And that's facts, man.
Yeah.
And
that's crazy.
Yeah, it is. But man, we just want to appreciate you, Dr. Brandon, for coming through, chopping it up with MMG, and letting us letting us pick your mind, and just talking, free flowing talk.
Yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, because we don't script nothing. This is just free flow. We getting better at this.
Yep.
I think this episode 14, 15, and we're just starting to fall in a rhythm of just being ourselves. Because when we first started, I was kind of uptight.
It took a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, and but now it's starting to flow. And plus, we got other side hustles going on.
Yep.
So it make whenever we're doing a podcast, it make me want to perform better. Because it's like, now we a brand. Now we finna have this going on and this going on, and this is like a spectrum to me, because it's like we can network with guys, then bring them on the podcast.
Yep.
And then and then that could lead to relationships.
Yep. It's like the weirdest thing is, like, ever since we started this podcast and now the actual business itself, we don't really have off days. We pretty much work 7 days a week.
Facts. 7 days a week.
I love it.
Yeah.
There may be a slower day, but
I love the energy y'all putting into y'all brand.
Yeah. Bro, like,
we have to.
I probably work like 120 to 130 hours a week.
Wow.
I work 15, 16 hours at my 9 to 5, and then, well, not really 9 to 5, but
more like 1 a.m. to
so
5.
I start at 1 a.m. I get off 5 or 6, but I'll do that, then I'll come here. We either working on the side hustle or the podcast.
Yep.
Every day.
Damn.
We ain't been partying, going out, talking.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, we'll go out to a bar, after the work's done for a drink or two, but we're not out here getting drunk or anything and wasting time and crazy amount of money on drinking. We're just grabbing a drink, being ourselves, networking with other people out there.
Yep.
Coming back to the house, going to bed, waking up, getting straight back to work. On the weekends, I don't wake up at 10 or 12, and people are like, oh, I can't wait to go sleep in. I hate it. It pisses me off so much when I see people sleeping until 12 o'clock, because it's like, man, you're wasting your life. You're literally wasting so much time. I'm up at 7 a.m. for work and for weekend.
The early bird gets the worm.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
wake up early on weekend?
I naturally wake up. I would say about 8:30, 9 o'clock.
8:30. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. I wake up by 8. But like, if we got some business we gotta handle, I'm up by like at 7.
Yep.
And I'm energized though. It ain't like I'm up like,
Yeah. Once I'm up, I'm up.
Yeah. Right. I'm the same way. But yeah,
Nice.
man, we just want to thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you.
Second guest, that's big. And this is a big guy. He a big dog down here in Houston, man. Well known, very well connected,
Very.
good relationships. And I'm glad to be networked with him, and him putting us on game and giving y'all some advice as well. So we just want to thank you, Dr. Brandon, for coming through once again, man. We really appreciated your time,
I appreciate
man.
you for having me. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
I love the brand. I just can't wait to see your actual brand 5 years from now.
And anytime you want to come over, let us know. Hey, you want to come back on in a month, whatever.
We can have different topic talks and stuff like that. It ain't even just got to be, certain things. It can be whatever. Yep. So yeah, man. Once again, thank you. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. Remember, click the link in the bio. Click the link. Click the link tree, and we got our socials: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Man, thank y'all once again. We out.